I touched the painting because a woman's voice told me to. The next breath, I woke beneath a crowned stranger in a castle that should not exist. He called himself my king, threatened my head, and then learned I might be the only woman who could save his crown. So you can imagine my surprise when a woman suddenly materializes under me just as I'm about to get into bed. Our eyes lock, both wide with surprise and confusion. She is sprawled out, arms spread wide, chest heaving. Her legs are spread apart, and I'm right there in the middle. I can't ignore the jolt of satisfaction that shoots through me as my sudden arousal presses against the soft flesh below her belly. At first, I'm disgusted, but then, a second later, I feel, no, it's just my mind playing tricks on me. Back to the situation at hand. My hands are frozen, unsure of what to do next. Should I push her away? Should I grab a handful of her cascading brown hair and yank her off the bed? Or should I order her execution? None of these options come to fruition, because 2 seconds later, my double doors burst open, and in walks my audacious younger brother, Elijah. Well, what do we have here? Guess the rumors aren't true after all, he says, amusement clear in his voice. I groan. This isn't what you think. She covers her body with the bedding and shoots me a glare. What kind of prank is this? She yells. I demand an answer. I scoff. No, I demand an answer, woman. I'm your king. You, however, are a nobody. Who told you to just poof into my chamber, into my bed, under me, no less, and demand an explanation? Elijah butts in. I'm not sure what you two are trying to prove by pretending you're strangers, but it seems to me, brother, judging from what I saw earlier, my problem is solved. Just admit you like women and be done with it. I clearly saw both of you ready to fuck. You can't say I'm imagining things. The woman cries out, this is a prank, right? Tell me this is just a prank. She leaves the bed and stands on the other side. I was just in my room. I heard a woman's voice. She told me to touch the painting. I did, and then suddenly I was here. It feels like a God-on prank to me. She turns to Elijah, then back to me, and continues, who are you, and who told you to do this? I cross the room and head straight for her. Woman, nobody, I repeat, nobody talks to me like that. You're trespassing in the royal chamber. You're disrespecting your king. You've shamelessly stripped in front of me. You've raised your voice to 2 royals. Need I say more? For your transgressions, I will behead you at the first light of day. Fear flashes in her eyes again, but it's brief because she suddenly bursts out laughing. Oh my God, you're the best actor I've ever seen in my entire life. She places a hand on my bare shoulder and pats me, and the setting, while the details of this room are amazing. She sashays past me and enthusiastically studies my kingdom's emblem embroidered on my bedding. Wow, she gushes. Seriously, what did you guys do, huh? Rent out all of Hollywood for me? Who set you up? I bet it was Jenny, right? My cousin can be so dramatic sometimes. Elijah and I exchange glances, confusion swirling in our heads. Tell me this is just your ploy to make me think you still hate women, brother, he mind links. I answer, no. As I said, she just appeared in front of me. I didn't bring her here, and we were definitely not about to fuck. He shakes his head slowly, looking amazed. Whoa. Talk about a rip-off. Then he says to her, you seem to be mistaken, lovely. This isn't a joke. You're really in the king's quarters. If you'd be so kind as to look out onto the balcony, you'll see I'm not lying. He motions to the balcony and flashes her a smile. She moves slowly outside, pushing the long sheer curtains aside as she passes them, and then stands in the center of my balcony. The sight of her back, her straight brown hair, makes me swallow hard. I've never had a woman in my room before, let alone in my arms. Seeing her standing there on my balcony throws my heart off beat. I hate it. She shakes her head. Oh God, this can't be real. She turns to face us again. Through the sheer curtain, our eyes meet once more. I say, oh, but we are. So if you don't want to lose your head, you do well to show me some respect. She gasps audibly, steps back, and tightens her grip on the bedding. My head, she whispers shockily, her face a picture of genuine fear. Then she loses balance and falls, but before her head hits the ground, Elijah catches her. Cradled in his arms, her head hangs low and her eyes are shut tight. My brother looks at me, displeased. "Brother, don't scare her off, please," he says, shaking his head. "She's my only shot at freedom." I snap, "What are you talking about, Elijah?" He looks surprised for a moment, then an amused smile replaces the stern line of his mouth. "The council didn't tell you?" I ask. "Tell me what?" "Nothing slips past me unless it's something I purposely ignore." He tsks and sighs. "Father knew you wouldn't marry after his death despite your promise. So, to solve that problem, he put a limit on your reign. You'll lose your crown if you don't marry within 40 days of your 29th birthday." I roar, "What? Why the hell didn't I know this? My birthday is in 3 days." For a normal man blessed with good looks and wealth, 40 days would be plenty of time to find a wife, but for me, it's nearly impossible. I'd rather go to war with the Fire Realm than court a woman. Sheet. He continues, "You can only imagine how that sounded to me. I'm next in line for the crown, but you know I don't want it. Just thinking about the responsibilities gives me the chills." He looks back at her and smiles again. "However, it seems the goddess has smiled down on you, brother. The timing is just perfect. Look at her. She's your solution to your marriage problems. She's my ticket to freedom." I retort, "She's my ticket to a massive headache. She seems to have no idea where she is or who we are. My guess is that she's from a different realm. She could be anything, and I don't want that." I shoot a scornful look at her and snarl, "I don't need a wife. I don't need a queen. I've told the council that over and over." Elijah counters, "But your kingdom needs an heir. If you won't give them one, who else will?" I answer, "You will. You have several women at your disposal, Elijah. You probably have a bunch of kids already. Let one of your firstborns be my heir." He frowns, and risks a rebellion. "Arrow, you are the rightful ruler. I'm just your half-brother. I'm not cut out for this stuff, and neither are my sons." "Well, if I have one, but that's beside the point. As your royal advisor, I advise you to take this woman. She appeared right under you, for crying out loud. Doesn't that mean something?" I state bluntly, "I hate women. I hate everything about them. I despise their bodies. If you won't help me solve this problem, then I'll solve it myself. I'm the Alpha King of Fantian. I'll override our father's decree." He snaps, "Good luck with that." I roll my eyes skyward, turn away, and walk off the balcony. "Take her to the dungeon. She can rot there for all I care."